Two awesome products to improve your printing and editing workflow. The SpyderPRINT from Datacolor and the ScreenBar Plus from BenQ. Let's try them out. Folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about two bits of equipment that have really changed my editing and printing workflow. These are two things that I've been sent by their respective companies to review, and I get offered quite a few things to review on this channel, and I only ever accept them if I genuinely think they will improve my photography or improve my experience of using my equipment, or in this case my computer and printer. And these two struck me as really useful. Now you'll know from a previous video where I reviewed the Datacolor SpyderX Pro, the screen calibrator, that I've spent quite a bit of time trying to get this kind of editing area nice, and one of the things that's really important for that is lighting. And so one of the things I've got a daylight bulb up there. That's a 920 lumen bulb that gives 550 Kelvin, so that's actually really good because it's a really nice bright light. It's nice for working in. And what I've also done is I've installed some LED lighting actually here on the desk underneath this shelf. Now, the first thing I did is I put some LEDs behind the monitor, and I'll turn those on just now. And the purpose of those is just to kind of have a bit more kind of ambient light behind the screen, because it helps to kind of not strain your eyes looking at the one bright thing. So I also installed some lights up here behind this piece of wood. This is just here to stop me seeing glare off of them. The idea there is to have some nice light in this kind of working area on the keyboard, and as I'm going to talk about printing in a little bit, if I've been printing photos, it's nice to have a light to review them just here right next to the printer and the computer. But these ones that I've installed aren't very nice. I don't like the quality of the light. They're just spotlights, so they cast shadows in a funny way, and they definitely put a bit of glare on the screens as well. So that's really not optimal at all. So this is where the first of the products that I'm going to talk about today comes in. I got an email from BenQ, who I knew made monitors, but I didn't know they made other accessories as well. So what they sent me to look at is a product called the BenQ ScreenBar Plus. And it's a monitor light, and it sits up above your monitor here. I'll turn it on. I'll turn my lights off because I don't like them. It sits above your monitor, and it's a sort of LED strip light, and it casts a lovely bright light down onto your working area. It's got a built-in guard effectively, that means that it's not sort of shining in your face, and it's not shining on the monitor and causing glare either. It's really nicely designed. It's got a big holder that clips over the back of the monitor, and it connects by USB onto your computer, and it's also got this little control dial here, and with that you can change the brightness, or you can change the color temperature for warmer or cooler, and you can even set it to be automatic for your workspace. You can tell it, you can press the button there, and it's got a little sensor, and it will adjust how much light it puts out to give your workspace an optimal brightness. So that's really neat. I would not have thought to buy myself one of these, and I didn't even know that BenQ make them, but now I've got it, I use it literally every time I sit at this computer. It's absolutely brilliant. It's, yeah, absolutely great. So I tend to not use it in its automatic mode. What I tend to do is I have it about half of its brightness, and I also have it at 550 Kelvin, so I try to match my my room light. So something that I've heard said by various people on YouTube and other photographers, and I absolutely agree with, is that printing your photos is a really nice way to connect with them and kind of feel like you've got a kind of finished product. It's all well and good making your photos digitally and storing them on your computer, but there's just something nice about having a print that you can look at. And so I've been starting to do a bit more printing myself at home on this printer, which is not anything particularly fancy. It's an Epson XP 540. Now, going back to the Datacolor SpyderPRINT Pro video that I released probably about a year ago now. In the comments to that video, people were asking whether the screen calibration was for printing, and I replied, of course, that there's more to it than that. What you also need if you're printing is a printer profile, so that you get your screen calibrated so that the colours are nice on your screen and they're as you would like them, they're as you saw in nature. If your printer isn't also calibrated, what you're going to find is that the colours are going to be different on your screen compared to what comes out of your printer. And that is where the second product in today's video comes in, and it is also from Datacolor, and it is called the SpyderPRINT. And I've not even taken it out of its box yet. I've had it for a couple of weeks. So let's do an unboxing. So the grand unboxing, the SpyderPRINT setup. I think they've sent me the wrong kit. This says SpyderX Mobile Pro Kit. That's not what I'm reviewing. Let's have a look what's inside. Ah, shite. They've sent me the wrong kit. So this video will be delayed. So here we are, several weeks later, and I am now in possession of a SpyderPRINT kit. We'll get on with opening that and having a look what's inside in just a few moments, but this SpyderX Mobile Pro kit that they sent me by mistake, in discussion with Digital Glue, who are the promoter for Datacolor that I've been dealing with, they actually said I can keep this, and so what I've decided to do with it is to do a giveaway. The channel just recently passed 4,000 subscribers, and I haven't really done anything to mark that yet, so to mark 4,000 subscribers I am giving this SpyderX Mobile Pro Kit away to one viewer. The way that's going to work I will talk about at the end of the video, but what this includes is pretty cool. There is Spider Cube, which is a kind of grey point, black point, white point testing device. A SpyderX Pro, which is a screen calibrator, just like this one and the one that I have already reviewed on this channel. I've used it to calibrate these screens, really quite useful. A USB to USB-C adapter, which I assume is for using your SpyderX with a mobile device with USB-C, and a Spyder Tripod Pro, which looks like a kind of similar little modular tripod with a mobile phone attachment that's kind of got bendy legs, a bit like a GorillaPod might have. It's quite cool actually. Quite fancy keeping that, but no, I will give it all away. So the SpyderPRINT, what exactly does it do? Well, we saw before how the SpyderX Pro calibrates your screen by showing a number of coloured patches on the screen, and then it reads what the output is yeah, that's how it works for screen calibration. The SpyderPRINT is a similar thing for calibrating your printer. And the way it works is you have some software, you print a sheet with a bunch of coloured squares on it, and then the SpyderPRINT is another USB device that you go around and you read all those colours in a sequence, and it builds a profile for your printer so that the colours that you print out on your printer match up to what you see on your screen and how you've edited your image. And that's really quite important because, let me show you. Here's this image of a roe deer that was shot quite locally at the end of July. It was actually in the marshy location where I've had a couple of vlogs. I didn't vlog getting this image because actually I was out testing my 400mm lens and I didn't want the faff of vlogging as well as learning how to use a new bit of kit that's significantly different to what I've had before. So I kind of left the vlogging gear at home. But yeah, I had this really nice encounter with this roe deer. And here is it printed on my printer without doing any adjustment to the printer, and you can see that not only is it darker, it's actually just a different tone of green and different tones of colour, and that's a bit of an issue really. I want basically what I see on the screen to be what I get printed. Now I appreciate that I might need to change the brightness slightly to get the same on the screen as on the print, but I want the colours to actually be the same, and at the moment they're not. Now you can get inbuilt profiles just in Windows for your printer, and there is one for this printer, so I applied that and it's horrible. It's absolutely disgusting. It's really not very nice at all. It's closer in terms of tone, but it seems like it's not got as many colours as the kind of printer controlled, you know, using no profile, just straight out of Lightroom. So what I'm hoping is that using the SpyderPRINT we'll get somewhere in between the detail of this one and somewhere in between with the colours, and we shall see. Now a quick note, not to forget the other product that we're reviewing here. We just turn that screen bar off and put my two prints here to look at. It's quite hard to look at these and really look at the detail and sort of examine a print. I turn that light on and I've got my nice lit up working space, and now not only is it great for working at the computer, it's perfect for checking prints as they come off the printer, because this is now a really nice evenly illuminated working surface. So there's another reason that these two products, the SpyderPRINT and the ScreenBar, are really good together in this context. So I went ahead and unboxed the SpyderPRINT and got the latest software downloaded from Datacolor. This was never meant to be a voiceover, but it seems that in my excitement to open the box, I forgot to check that the vlogging camera was actually recording. Oh well. The SpyderPRINT's really well packaged, and one of the things I noticed straight away is that it comes with a really long USB cable, which means that I can work on the desk without worrying about how far away from the computer I actually am. Okay, so I've got the SpyderPRINT device out of its box and I've installed the software. The software is very nice in that it not only has the kind of option to profile your printer, which we're going to do in a moment, it also has a whole little tutorial talking about what the process of profiling your printer is all about, and the fact that it produces an ICC profile, which is a colour profile for the printer, the paper and the ink combination together to give the optimum colour results. Now time for one of the main parts of the process in profiling the printer, which is printing a target. There are several options. For the purposes of this review and making the video, and the fact that it's already quite late in the night, I'm going to go for the easy one. I may go for the more advanced one later, depending on the results. We shall see. Well, the printer's alive and something's happening. So the way it works is this plastic base goes on top of the print target, and you put it in so that the colours line up. Colour squares line up with this this strip, and then you put the device on here, and you press the button, and you slide it along at an even speed, and it clicks as it reads the different coloured boxes, and then you move on to the next line, and so on. You continue to actually do the whole process. There we go, first line read, and it gives an indication of what it's read off of the printout. And the whole time the software's talking me through it, which is great. Okay, all the measurements are done. That took about 25 minutes, and it would be quicker if I knew what I was doing. So the next time I have to do this, which I assume is not very often, I assume it's only if you change your printer or your paper specifically, or the inks you're using. So yeah, not bad considering it's a manual process. The little slider and the kind of instructions on the screen really helped. That was really useful. Now for the real test of whether this has actually been at all useful. A little bit nervous actually. Hope it really has worked. So we're in Lightroom, and we're going to print that picture of the roe deer again. Now when I click Other on the print profiles, having restarted Lightroom, my profile that I just saved is now available to use, so I'm going to select that, and I'm just going to go ahead and print it, and we're going to see what happens. Let's see. Let's go and have a look. Now that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Yeah, looking at the print output from the now colour calibrated printer, or the colour profiled printer, that looks much closer to what I'm seeing on my screen now. And if you sort of hold them side by side, the greens and the kind of colours of the flowers in the foreground far closer matched than they were previously. So here's the print with no profiling compared to now the print after profiling. We'll ignore the print with the inbuilt Windows profile, because that was utterly horrible. That's just going straight in the recycling down there. But yeah, I quite like the kind of dark green of this unprofiled print, but that isn't how it looked when I was out there. This is how it looked when I was out there. This is how it looks edited up on my screen, and now I know that I can print it and it looks like it should. Yeah, so that's really good. The SpyderPRINT and its base and the software obviously have done a really nice job. I'm actually really impressed with it. I knew it was going to be an improvement. I didn't realise it was going to work quite as well as that. And yeah, I'll say it again, the fact that I've got this screen bar light, that means I've got this really nice viewing light, I put the ScreenBar Pro on here to try it out, and because I've also been working from home quite a bit, I've literally used it every time I've turned this computer on to sit and work at this desk now. It's so good. It's just part of this setup now. In conclusion, we've got the BenQ ScreenBar Plus, and it is absolutely fantastic piece of kit. I wouldn't give it up now. I would thoroughly recommend that to, well, basically anyone with a desk and a computer screen on it. It's fantastic. As I said, I put in my LED lights on this desk and they're just not as good. They're just not as good. It's a really, really nice solution, and it's adjustable to your needs. So thoroughly recommend that. And yeah, for printing workflow, the difference with profiling that printer, absolutely tremendous. Now, it might be that you can get better profiles online for the printer rather than make them yourself, but still, nothing is going to beat taking an image of the colour squares printed on your printer with your ink, bringing them on your desk and actually calibrating with a device using that printout. So yes, the giveaway. I think the way I'd like to do it is, if you want to be in with a chance of winning the Spyder mobile kit, then leave a comment on this video telling me what the most useful kind of gadget or gizmo that you've got recently for your photography was, and kind of why it helps you out. And I will pick from the comments at random in a few weeks, and I will either announce the winner in the community tab on the channel, or I'll make a kind of short video clip to include in a later video announcing it. The problem is that along with this one, I've got about 5 vlogs recorded, but I haven't edited them together, and that's the thing that takes a lot of time, and I don't know when it is that the next video will be ready. But if it's not going to be a horrendously long time, I'll get that sort of snippet added in, and if it doesn't look like it's going to be kind of soon after this one, then I'll put it in the community tab. So yeah, just remains for me to thank BenQ, or BenQ, I'm not sure exactly if I've been pronouncing it right, for the ScreenBar Plus and giving me the opportunity to review that and test it out, and Datacolor and indeed Digital Glue, that's their promoter, for sending me the SpyderPRINT and the SpyderX mobile kit. And yeah, I hope this has been useful and interesting to you guys. I'm sorry it's not about the wildlife photography this time. Future videos will be. I recorded 2 vlogs yesterday. When I get to edit them, who knows, but there will be red kites in flight, and there will be jumping red squirrels in horrendously low light. So those to come, and I've recorded some stuff in Finland about a week ago, so they'll be coming up too. If you liked it, leave a comment, especially if you want the be in with a chance of winning that kit. Leave a like, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, although note that most of the time this channel is about wildlife photography and not reviewing kit, but I do like to talk about kit, so there's always a little bit of an aspect of that. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.